watch the tape with some little more positive feeling. Still plenty of things we got to correct and get better at. You know, that's every week, and you try to maintain the same demeanor that you have when you lose as when you win, and you got to correct things. Got to get corrected. Every game's always going to have that. So we're getting through that process, but really some pretty cool individual performances in the game that these guys stepped up when we needed their best, and we've been looking for a couple of weeks now to have our best players play their best, and I think we got that from quite a few guys over the course of the game. And Jeff Simmons, I think, leads the charge. The way that Jeff's playing right now is, as I've said multiple times, is about as good as anybody in football, and he continues to set the standard for what we're looking for from our football team from an energy and effort perspective, and then is making a ton of plays. I thought Calvin Ridley stepping up and being really productive over the course of particularly the fourth quarter was great to see, especially coming off a limited week of practice. He only practiced once over the course of the week, and to show up on game day like that was impressive. The one that's a sneaky performance but was really, really productive for us was Johnny Hekker. The way he punted in that game, flipped the field for us a couple of times, and put our defense in a really great spot, and then we held up, and then we flipped the field on the other side offensively with field position coming out of it. So his hang time, his distance, his direction, all that stuff was fantastic, and really a critical piece, I think, in that late part of the game of flipping the field, and yardage-wise for us was huge. And then I think we got a bunch of guys. L'Jarius Sneed, I think, had a really good game. Was really pleased with how he played. Our special teams continues to make impact plays in the return game with Chim and those guys on the front line in KOR. It was really impressive. Two great blocks by James Williams and KB to spring that kick on Chim's return. And then our tight ends played well when we needed them to. Made some big catches, some big catch and runs, and at the end of the day, I felt like our offensive line protection was maybe as good as it's been all year in that particular game. And then Cam, ultimately at the end, when we needed to see the number one pick play like a number one pick, he did. And that was a big reason why we were able to win the game.